Many of you know the faces of WCCO, the news anchors and reporters on TV every day.
Rarely, though, do you get to see the amazing team behind the camera that help us tell your stories. This is one of them. Photojournalist Joe Berglove is retiring from WCCO after an incredible 39 years. How do you honor a friend with a history like that? Good question. Here's Susan-Elizabeth Littlefield.
It's a story that starts in Elk River, Minnesota, when a small-town kid got a big city job at WCCO TV.
He was a security guard, overnight security guard. That's how he got his start in the television business.
If there's anybody who knows Joe Berglove's story, you taught him everything you know.
Pretty much.
Erosion, that's a major cause of concern in this massive mountain of granite.
It's former WCCO reporter Bill Hudson. The two grew up together in Elk River.
We lived across the lake from each other. We went to the same church. We had the same Sunday school. So I've known Joe Berglove pretty much my entire life. He has this hard exterior, but deep down there's nobody with a bigger heart.
Swing a bouncing ball to God, he has it.
Joe got his big break at the 1987 World Series when he got his hands on a WCCO camera.
And they just dropped me off outside the dome. Well, I climbed up on a giant cement pole, had a guy help me get my gear up there, and I heard the rumbling inside the dome, and I thought, they must have won.
Yeah.
And so the people came out, and I started rolling, and I turned on this gigantic sun gun light, and people just went absolutely crazy. My first shot that I ever shot as a CCO photojournalist was on the network news that night. How lucky is that?
Luck had nothing to do with it. From that day on, the skilled photojournalist captured some of Minnesota's biggest stories.
You can't go to the scene of a tornado without being affected, especially the one that sticks in my mind is St. Peter. All these trees are gone. There are boats from the marine dealer up in trees half a mile away. It was just, that whole town was transformed. How surreal was it to see downtown Grand Forks on fire during a flood? I still,
Standing in water.
I'll never forget that.
One that shook him to the core was the story of a missing boy, Jacob Wetterling.
Joe and I were there when it happened,
The first day.
covering that, and we covered it on the day he was discovered, or his remains were discovered.
It was really hard seeing that family and that community go through what they did.
Joe was thorough and curious. He created a trademark WCCO series.
Who is that guy jumping on and off that giant G in your commercials? Well, that guy is actually the guy behind the camera here. His name is Joe Berglove, and Joe shoots all of the good question stories.
And people come up and say, I love the good question. Yeah, that's very satisfying.
Joe goes deep and wide for his shots.
Joe is standing there holding a GoPro like this, water skiing with me. And it was amazing. And he's of course he's an incredible water skier. He's great at everything that he does.
Second to his beloved family, Joe Berglove treasured his career, and we have treasured him.
That's why I love it. It's just such an interesting job. You get to meet interesting people, and yeah, you'll run into people on their worst day, but sometimes you run into people on their best day.
Every day with Joe was our best day.
Definitely. Yeah. We're going to miss him. Definitely miss
Fabulous him. Teammate, great helper, wonderful hunter and fisherman, too.
Yeah, he saved us up in Ely. I would Angela and I would have starved, and who knows what would have happened. But Joe was there.
Good luck, Joe. We will miss you. We love you.
We love you, Joe.
He is the human Swiss Army knife. I'm not kidding. I'm like the corkscrew. You're the toothpick. He's got it all. And he's so fun to hang out with.
Indeed.
Yeah.